Ahoy, and welcome back to Comics Wellspring's live drawing show, Spilled Ink, where we're spilling the ink and spilling the tea again once more, like every Thursday. But this is a special month. We're running a Kickstarter right now. Isn't that insane? Comics Wellspring kickstarting a book, a project. What may it be? Panels, the Comic Creators Guidebook. We're super hyped to be promoting this and talking about it this month. A little extra. You're gonna hear us talk about it forever, but it's we're starting. It's going to be a little extra right now, but we're going to have a good time. Let me pull up the page really quick. Just we're almost funded, guys. We're almost a little over 2 weeks left. A couple 2 weeks and a couple hours, and we need like $600 to like get funded. So help us out, get funded. This is an amazing book. Doesn't matter if you're a new comic creator, an experienced one. There's so much to gain from really focusing on creating your own comic and doing everything from developing the story to the characters to drawing and coloring and creating it. So we'll talk about it throughout the show. But of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf, and we're gonna have a really fun time making some comics with my amazing, astonishing, wonderful, wickedly insane co-host, Max Flowers. Hello, Max.
What's up? Hello.
Nice. I try to like prep you because I know you're chewing, so I try to give you a good long segue.
Thank
But we have so many returning champions right now, and a very blurry camera on my end. That's really weird. Speaking of panels, the main creator we kind of chose to help us with this project to create it and bring it to life and give it an indie vibe and feel is this guy over here, Jade Lowder. Hi, Jade.
Hey, everybody.
That's Jade. You know him as
Happy to be
dude
here.
does horror stuff, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. I guess that's what I do. I don't know.
What a
round
great
table
intro,
of
Brandon. You
horror
really
artists.
nailed that.
I know. Really hyped me up on that one. Yeah, I guess he does some horror stuff or whatever.
Jade, you've been on the show pretty often. We did what, zombies last time you were on, right?
I think we actually did swords.
Oh, there was a sword episode. That one was cool as hell. Yeah, I did a cool back of Spawn for that one.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, it was a good one. It's funny I bring up Spawn with Morgan around. We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah. I actually I have some things to rectify. I gotta talk to you later about something. Brandon.
Well then, let's say hi to the astonishing, adorable, and the very talented Morgan Herron. Hey, Morgan.
Hey, what's up? And
Welcome back.
still calling me adorable. Dang.
Adorable is really nice. Like,
I get it. I'm the runt of indie comics. So like
I mean, you should see the texts I get from Brandon. I'd fucking kill for adorable. That would be great.
for sure. It's a different change of taste compared to what my friends usually call me. So.
Yeah, it's very true. I'm so excited to talk to you. It's been a minute since we've hung out.
Dude, yeah.
I'll see. Mom's hanging out with us. Morgan's adorable. She's so sweet. So sweet. Loves hanging out with her heroes. But we also have we'll try to just call him DePillis, or else it's going to get real confusing after a bit. But Brandon, DePillis, reigning awesomeness over here. I think the last time you were on, I wasn't on.
No, you and I were on together doing sketch covers with Doug.
Oh crap! Yeah, I did the Spawn one, dude. I can't believe that's right. Yeah,
We did sketch covers, and then I was on with Max and Nate right a couple of weeks before that.
okay,
Yep.
there you go. Let me get this stream links here. Sorry, I'm messing with the live stuff, but dude, I still think about your alien like all the time.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun doing that one. That was so cool.
That was like
and yours turned out
coolest things
great
ever.
too. Yours and Max, man, they turned out really good.
That almost
you.
sounded dirty. Yeah, I've been thinking about I can't stop thinking about your alien.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for real.
So we're getting that already, aren't we?
You know, that would be a euphemism.
I mean, what did you expect?
There's so much history with everybody in this team in various ways. It's gonna be a fun hangout and conversation. We do have Wimbrine saying hello. That's very excited. Super hyped that you're here. Thank you for joining us. First comment in the chat, which makes me so happy, honestly. And so we're stopped. Oh, hi, Booby. What's up, dude? Can you get comfortable so I could draw? We changed the show format for those who don't know or tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. But we've been doing pinups for the last year as I kind of learn how to draw and get some confidence and figure some of this stuff out. And now that I'm just like equally as terrified, but just a hit more confident, we're just gonna be making comics in the show now. And what's cool about that is that all of us are doing different things in different ways and different steps during the process. So hanging out with us and you doing a book, like just share the secrets. And we'll just kind of go around the table. What's everyone working on with Max? I know you're doing something super cool tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing the cover to Spilled Ink Year One, which Brandon's also going to do a cover, and they're going to be on the same book at the same time. So I'll let you puzzle that one out. But yeah, that's what I'm working on tonight, and it's going to be a collection of a lot of the stuff that we did from Year One, all the pinups and cool stuff that we did, plus hopefully some contributors stuff in the book too.
Yeah,
so we're trying to get that going.
Yeah, we're super excited about that. It's going to be we were trying to figure out how to not make it too chunky, which is impossible with, being a whole Year One book. And we did 48 episodes, dude.
Yeah.
Our 50th was just recently or last week or this week, but we kind of just, since we're doing the panels thing, it kind of got buried. It's kind of like when they're trying to do legacy numbers in comics, and then you're just like, oh, but it's actually like in the middle of this, I don't know, crossover event, so you miss out on that legs,
It's like Hulk 181 doesn't mean 181. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we're really cool to be just like making comics right now, but I'm gonna be doing the cover probably next week. I just wanna what I've been doing with my stuff is like I blue lined the panels I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna kind of just go over these panel grids with a light box and then just pencil in, or at least kind of thumbnail things a bit more, and then light box it again as I ink. So interesting, but just to do my pencils a little tighter and whatnot. It helped me with my last one. Yeah, this is my last one I did that I just haven't shown people really yet. But let's see if my camera gets it.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Did I see it? I saw that one, didn't I?
Did you?
I think I
don't
saw
know. You may have.
I think I saw that one.
Might
That's
have.
awesome. Yeah, you really stepped up.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was fun. Super cool. So we're continuing the Star Wars theme because my friend C. Logan Wheeler posted the Star Wars prompt that was like a Inktober prompt. And I was like, I probably won't just draw characters, but if I did Star Wars comics this month, that'd be a lot of fun. So hyped for that. Wimbrine says that's amazing, Brandon. Oh, thank you so much. Oh yeah, thank you. Let's see here. Morgan, what are you working on right now?
I am penciling a Swamp Thing piece that I plan on entering in the Heroes Con charity auction. It's gonna be one of two pieces I'm working on. So I'm also actively drawing pages for Frankie issue 6, so I'll just probably be going back and forth on stuff.
Issue 6.
Yeah, well, 5 is TBD on being published, but I'm basically just working on the next round of short stories, and yeah, so it's been a lot of fun.
That's wild, dude. That's so dope. That's cool to hear how consistent you've been.
Thank you, Brandon. I really appreciate that.
I want to make comics that fast. That's the thing about running Apollo is that like it's been really hard to make comics. So I'm trying to. I just gave everybody a bunch of roles so I could delegate stuff and just go make my own comics while they all drive and work.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I mean, it's the summertime, so I'm working on a bunch of stuff. So,
oh yeah, what else do you got in the works right now?
Let's see. I'm thinking about doing another short story for actually a separate anthology. I can't talk too much about it right now because it's still like in a development phase. But I finally have been networking with like some Tennessee-based comic artists and cartoonists, and I finally have been finding like what the independent scene is like here. So finally
Ooh.
get my foot in there, which has been really, really cool. I hung out with, actually, I'll just go ahead and show off his book. Joe Christie. He's a pretty cool independent guy in Nashville. And he does,
Cool.
this is his book called Bebot and the Dance of Destiny. It's pretty funny.
Ooh.
He also has a
That's
bunch of other
sick.
books, but if you can check out Joe Christie on Instagram, definitely should, and hit him up for some stuff. So we had a studio hangout session yesterday, and we flipped through Kelly Jones, the Kelly Jones Artist Edition that I own, and I
Nice.
flipped through his Batman Year One Artist Edition. It was a lot of fun.
Ooh. I want to
Yeah.
get that. It's so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about pulling the trigger, but I can't afford it right now.
I don't,
so.
same, dude. Every time I've almost done it like 4 times, where I'm just like, I could just pay for this. I'm like, no, I got like 4 paying for it's going
But
on.
like, kind of want the Mignola Artist Edition before I get the Year One.
Ooh.
But
They're on sale on IGW every so often.
It's not an artist edition. It's something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
That
got
gallery. I think it's the gallery edition because it's graffiti
okay.
designs, right?
It's like, I mean, it looks like an artist edition, right? Like it's raw scans of pages and all that. It's just at a smaller size.
I've got it right here.
Oh,
Of
nice.
course you do, Jade.
Yeah.
Oh,
of course.
That's
snap.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
it.
artisan edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artist
But yeah, I
edition.
mean
There
it's
you go.
it's just a little scanned down, but it's still the raw art stuff. This one's for Hellboy and Hell, which is pretty great. But it also has towards the back of it, you get some of the earlier Hellboy stuff, which is pretty cool, and you get to see some of like the old style of doing text and stuff like that, and which is pretty great. And they got a lot of character to them.
Yeah, Joe has that one too. He let me flip through that as well. It was a lot of fun yesterday.
That's sick. That's so sick, dude. Are you gonna be collabing with people? Is that what you're kind of doing right now, or are you doing your own stuff?
I mean, sorta. I can't really talk about it right now because we're just now kind of like talking about it.
Oh no, it's cool. I'm just
Yeah.
interested because I'm really curious to see you
Yeah.
like
So
collab with someone. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
love to see how you interpret things.
yeah. So I mean, like I've been working on a lot of stuff. Obviously on my own for a while. I know, but right now I'm just kind of like just trying to figure out like just meet I guess contemporaries in like the Nashville scene. I mean, I live in Murfreesboro for because of where I attend school, Middle Tennessee State. But like Joe only lives like 40 minutes from me, and so I guess I'm just trying to meet everyone and see if like what the scene looks like, and trying to find good conventions and stuff like that as well, and around the area.
That's cool. I don't know if I'm in Heroes is the weekend of the 21st.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. No, I'm not going this year.
Dang.
Yeah, I just got approved to table at some really cool events in DC, so I missed it this year, but I'm hoping for next year. This is just a really random event, so I'll probably table next year if anything. Oh, Morgan's mom said Morgan is also a college student who's on the dean's list. Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great.
Good grades, man. They
Thank you. I
matter.
appreciate it. It's been tough.
And
Doing
you're killing it with
school,
your books.
having a social life, and doing everything else that I've been trying to do. It's been
It's
been a
impossible.
lot.
Just wait till you turn 30, dude. Just like,
Yeah. So like, yeah. So like, I've been joking around with like my friends. So like, I used to like really identify with like Batman and Hellboy when I was younger, but like now I'm finally starting to relate to like Spider-Man.
Yeah, right? Yep.
Now
There you
I
go.
get Spider-Man. Like now I understand him after
Yeah.
after this past year and a half.
It's rough. It's rough out there. It's so hype. Dude, what are you working on, DePillis?
Working on page 19 of the book I have coming out later this year called Drip with Nathan Price and colors by Myra Hernandez.
Cool.
I've never
She's
worked
dope.
with anybody else before, so I'm excited about this. I'm so used to trying to do everything myself, and now it's like cool to have backboards, and people to talk to about it.
Yeah, because even the book you did with Jade, that was like still your story and craft. Jade just like
Right, yeah.
it was just under his like umbrella, huh?
Yeah, and and I always appreciate it. But Jade was always there if I needed to, ask any questions. Like he was always there to back me up because that's who Jade is, and I still turn to Jade for things, for opinions and stuff like that. So as we all do. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. So I'm kind of like been trying to do some new stuff. I'm doing all digital now. I do pencil sketches, like rough pencil sketches, and then I scan that in. So if you notice that I'm the only one working on an iPad, don't hate me. I'm very insecure about it. And I also noticed that since Morgan's mom is here, we can't swear, can we?
Wow. That job.
It's so funny. I always felt the same way. Like at Heroes, I was just like, oh, I'm trying to behave. Like I'm trying, like I don't want to get in trouble. Like,
I'm
I'm trying to set a good example. I'm trying to like not let Morgan's mom.
I'd be more
It's
afraid
like
of the people cutting your checks right now than my mom at the moment.
It's like a false impression though, because it's like it's like on the one side, sure, but as soon as you get to know any of us in a deeper way, it's just like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It is so funny though. Yeah. It's also like DePillis is like one of the sweetest humans ever, and so like once like he does have like anger or vulgar or any opinions like that, I'm just like, okay, dude, like he just feels like the most like laid back, like he's just doing carpentry and just he's like Matthew McConaughey in comics, like that's what I think of DePillis.
He's the comic Matthew McConaughey.
Oh God, if I only had those abs.
Love you, Mom. Hope you're doing well.
We love you, Mom.
Morgan's mom is the sweetest though. We had like a really cool convo at Heroes last year, and I was like, "Oh, you're just so proud of your child." Like
she's going again this year for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, she's looking forward to it very much.
I respect it. I respect it so much. I'll get a little cheesy. Like I didn't have a mom growing up or anything, so I see that and I'm like, man, that's so dope. Like she's just like taking care of her dude and like supporting him. It's pretty sweet.
That's me anytime I see like father and son tandems at any of these conventions for sure.
Oh yeah, vibes. Grew up with just my dad, so I get that.
Yeah.
Just don't be smoking weed. Love you all. Oh my gosh.
Somebody's feeling seen.
There's Brandon's whole evening shot.
Check this out. What I just got. What I got in the mail. The one hitters. What we were doing.
Oh, that's funny.
On the Zigdorf. It's a Zigdorf poster. Yeah. Pretty hyped about it. On sale soon. $20 on ApolloCityComics.com. Well, you have me in your living room. Wimbreen says, what inspires y'all to create panels, the comic creator's guidebook? Oh, that's a great question. Man. Oh man. Jade, why don't you kick that off? Or do you want me to kick it off? Either way. I don't want to put too much pressure on you if you're not prepared for such a question.
Yeah. So
hey Daryl.
Yeah, panels was kind of born from Dan Hill's mind. Dan Hills being the CEO of Comix Wellspring, and he had this idea about like how to help the kind of up and coming generation, or even like current creators, just be able to take an idea and turn it into comic book format. And so he kind of worked to develop the system, and he's done like workshops with this process and stuff like that. And he's kind of gone through trial and error to turn this into a tight format and turn it into panels, the Comic Creator's Guidebook. So that's kind of like where it was really born from, was like this need of Dan seeing comic creators struggle and not know how to get started, or just like essentially, turn that raw idea into a fully formed, story. And so Dan enlisted the help of Brandon and myself to kind of bring this vision to life. So Brandon is editing and doing a lot of the marketing for the book, and kind of keeping everybody on track with it. and then I am doing the art for the book. So I'm tasked with making it all look right and make visual sense and all that kind of stuff. And it's been a pretty awesome experience to be able to work with everybody on this kind of educational book. I'm an educator myself, and so it's been a great experience to kind of put some of that knowledge and thought into a I don't want to call it a textbook, but kind of a how-to book.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, honestly. And it's really cool. Like what I love about this book is that, we have it like aimed at a younger audience for sure. But it's something that like it doesn't matter if it's for, your niece or nephew or a little, your kid or brother or sister. Like as a creators, everybody in this room can benefit from just going through that book and testing it out and, challenging yourself a little bit because we all have our weaknesses when it comes to storytelling or, even paneling, formatting stuff, like thinking of what next steps or character creation, like this kind of covers all of it. And with everybody who's backing the Kickstarter, we're going to be giving out like free digital downloads throughout the year just to our Kickstarter backers. And they're going to be like additional workbooks, beta books that we're doing, kind of the first test for a lot of stuff as well to get feedback. Like we're going to be really interactive with our Kickstarter group because they're supporting us bringing this to life. So we want them to kind of reap some extra benefits as well. But yeah, it's super exciting. I think as like someone who I love craft and I love like I'm always obsessed with just learning how to like get better at any of the crafts that I do. And it's just kind of exciting to be part of that network and that community. I always wanted to get into comics to like inspire people, and this was just like such a great opportunity. And Dan, leaving a legacy kind of like for his kids and everything too. I think that's really admirable.
Yeah, it's been
Daryl,
interesting. It's kind of a story driven how-to book. Like there's
yeah,
characters and stuff like that. They're kind of like walking the reader through it. And we designed the characters to kind of like match Dan's kids. And that was like such an interesting process of like, he had this vision of the kids in the comic book being a little bit older, but his kids are really young. So I had to like age his kids, which was like really interesting, kind of like project what they might look like, in X amount of years. It kind of a funky process, but I think it turned out pretty fun.
I think it was too. It turned out really good with how we worked through that. It was, a lot of the concepts behind this were interesting because so much of this was conceived by Dan before he, realized he had like a team that he could work with. This one right here. Sorry, I'm like measuring shit. But I'm really hyped. Daryl, drawing with Daryl, dude, our boy Daryl, dude. He said this is really important. That can help people determine if their idea is fit for a comic, graphic novel, animation, or script for a TV show. It's like that's really
totally
awesome. Talk to Brian Stelfreeze about storytelling. You'll walk away a different person, dude. I bet that's amazing. We're gonna get you on the show soon, Daryl. Man, like you are. I don't know how that hasn't happened yet, but really would love to. We haven't talked in a while, like on screen. We talk all the time off camera.
That Daryl Murphy? Is that who I'm
Yeah,
on there?
yeah.
He just graduated, man. Congratulations again, brother.
Congrats.
Oh dang.
Hell yeah.
You killed it.
I got a couple more years myself.
Super
Oh,
cool.
you'll get there.
Oh no, I'm not impatient. I'm actually kind of enjoying I'm enjoying the process now.
Yeah, I miss it. I miss college for sure. I think there's a lot of cool stuff that happens when you're just like drenched in like a learning environment around a bunch of people also studying,
Yeah.
And if they have to start deducting my wages, I'm just gonna go back to school to reopen my loans and get my master's. So
what would you get your master's in?
Dude, I don't know, it'd be something more focused on maybe what I'm doing now. It'd probably be more along marketing and business than comic or storytelling, like some sort of like marketing aspect with what I do.
Yeah, I'm considering getting either a business or an entrepreneurship minor myself. I had someone help me break down like I guess, concepts in business, and how like when you're employed, what you're really doing is you're trading time for money. So like when you're self-employed, you're creating something, I guess, like on speculation. So like that would be like us making books and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And that helped like kind of remove a barrier in my brain. So I feel like I'm flying less by the seat of my pants this summer. Because like I'm hauling boxes at FedEx and then I'm like doing these drawings and stuff. So
Nice.
I think it might behoove me to do something similar. So
Yeah, it's I don't know, I think going to school for like I went to school for creative writing and got my BFA, which is like I wouldn't say it's like a worthless degree, but it's I mean it I guess it kind of got me somewhere. I don't know, I can't really say that. I guess whatever you do with education just depends how you utilize it and work with it, you know. Finding value is up to the person who's going most of the time.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
What are your thoughts, Professor Jade?
for
Oh
sure.
man, I was
Yeah.
just bitching about this with other people, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm the right person in this mindset. Like I'm finally on summer break, and so I'm just like, oh man,
Oh.
I don't want to have to think
Oh.
about this. But I mean,
Sorry, Jay, that you're on a stream with a college student.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you're trying to inspire him. You could be
Oh,
the thing that
man.
inspires him or not, man.
No, so like Joe was actually a professor, and he's thankful that he's no longer teaching. So like there are some people that are like really in it for teaching and are like really happy with the education system, and then there are some people that are like glad that they're done. And I guess it just depends on a lot of factors, I guess, like the
Yeah.
school and maybe how it's ran and stuff like that, you know?
I mean, I went to like Full Sail University for my BFA because I didn't like my university in El Paso. So I just like was like, I'm not doing this. And I switched to Full Sail and I did their online program. And like I look at what I'm doing versus what a lot of people were doing there, especially creatively. It's hard to find your way in. And you kind of need to force yourself into like a creative field. You can't just like hope it works out for you.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's where some people like I got a lot out of it. Like it challenged me. It gave me a lot of confidence. It was, but also like I think I kind of scored because it was an online program and COVID happened, and so like I just got to do
right,
school for a
yeah.
bit. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of cool. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think all of that in some sense I could have done on my own, and definitely I was like overcharged for a lot of it. But hell, like it got me moving in the right direction, so I can't be upset with that, I guess.
Jay, where do you teach at?
I teach at Montana State University, which is in Bozeman, Montana. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I totally see the value of education. I see the value of like going to get your degree and stuff like that. Yeah, it is what you make it, but I think there's often times like big misconceptions of like what education or like higher education is supposed to do or not to do or whatever. And I think that sometimes that's previous generations, or sometimes that's misconceptions based upon like TV and movies and all kinds of different stuff, kind of like saying what college should or shouldn't be. And I think ultimately it is like this moment of just like growth. I mean, it's the moment where our little baby brains finally start like actually being able to retain knowledge and stuff like that. And so I think that as an educator, it's a prime moment to actually start engaging with some difficult topics and stuff like that. But a lot of people take college to be like this thing it's vocational training. It's supposed to get you ready for the workforce or whatever. And that's not, depending on the school that you go to, that's not always what it's there for. And so I think that some people who go to like a research university or a land grant or whatever assume that it's like a job thing. It's like, well, no, you've gone to the wrong university. Like, if you want a job placement, maybe a Votech or a Polytechnic, or even, something like that might be more applicable. So it just depends on like what you want and what school you go to.
That makes sense. Yeah, I feel like that's why I kind of chose Full Sail as well. Like I knew what I was kind of getting into, and I realized what my degree was and what it could do or probably won't do. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna risk it. Like you kind of, I guess, be realistic about what you're doing as well. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Longbox Punk, hey, what my dude said, my degree enables me to do my hobby more efficiently. So rep, I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of what I mean
yeah, a
too
little bit.
about like if I do like a master's in marketing and just get some insight and stuff like that. Like I think that would help me be better with Apollo. Drawing over Daryl said, got my new job last year and didn't have my degree. Now that I have it, my position is secured. So there's like there's incentives. I think it depends on,
There is.
each person and your situation, like Morgan was saying too,
Yeah. For me, like it's just been I've been learning so much about like not even just my craft, but also like things that are trickling down into like what I do. Like I took a ghost and folklore class because I'm at like a traditional 4-year university, and like oh my gosh, I finally have a list of names of things that like even Mike Mignola like would reference in Hellboy. Like he was really into M.R. James and not just like Edgar Allan Poe and stuff like that. So like now I have like a list of things to read that will inspire like
yeah.
stories on top of like whatever experiences I'm living through, which is pretty
Yeah, that's a great way to
really
look at
exciting
it.
in and of itself.
Yeah, see stuff like that. That's what I mean. Like you can just like figure it out and get what you need out of it. And I think that's what helped me too, was it helped me really just like dive into craft, And I was like hyped to like I get to be obsessed with this.
Yeah.
And it also gave me some discipline. Like I had to get stuff done. Like I
Yeah.
needed to, like
Yeah,
it
I
has
think
been
that especially in the creative, like in any kind of like creative degree or field, that kind of like deadline mentality is so helpful.
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
I miss that part about being a student is just like, oh man, deadlines were like a whole different ballpark when you're a student, and I sometimes
dude, yeah.
I miss that a lot.
It's hard to keep that discipline and that drive. Like if I could still pump out scripts the way I was when I was in school, I'd be done with all the scripts I owe everybody. They'd be really fucking good too. But I got like a lot of confidence. I think that's what helped me realize what I could do with Apollo too, was school, because like there was a whole entire like 3 months. Every month was a new class for me because it was like an accelerated 2-year program. And so like you had a lot of work to do. Like it was full time for sure. Like I didn't have time for anything else. And so like it's hard for people who were like working or having to do stuff because even though it was COVID and whatnot, and I get that. But there was like a lot of cool stuff that like I got to be a showrunner for an entire month, which was an entire class worth, because like the class before that we got to write a story, and then like everyone had to like edit the stories, and then we had to choose which one we wanted to move forward into like a production stance, and they chose mine, and then I got to like run the team and everything and create it, and there were just like really cool experiences like that like we were really unique, I guess, because of the situation in college and whatnot.
Mhm.
So it kind of gave me more confidence, being like, oh, I could pursue this. I have some good ideas, I guess. Like I should try this out.
There are some cars I don't mind drawing, and then there are vans, and I really don't like drawing.
Dang.
Why?
Because they're too boxy, but they're not quite a perfect box. And so it's just like there are other cars that like have their own, style and stuff like that you can kind of like fib so much on. But a van is essentially a box, kind of. And so you've got to just be able to draw that box, kind of.
Right.
And it's the kind of part that I'm just like, damn it, just fit into this cube.
See, I think that's why I like drawing vans more than any other cars, because I don't have to worry about like the unique silhouette of that car, right? If I'm drawing a van, it's essentially just a cube with a little nub on the end, And so I'm like, all right,
That
go
is
for
indeed
it.
what it is.
You guys draw cars? What?
Yes, says the Mike Mignola fan.
Oh,
Hey, no, listen.
no
If
cards.
I ever have to step up to the bat and like Marvel's like, hey man, like we need you to draw an airplane, I'll do it. I'll drag my feet, but I'll figure it out, man. I'll do it.
What was it? It's cars and women. Like those are the two biggest ones that you won't see in like Mignola comics.
And
He's
horses
like, no.
too, right?
So he says that, but like he still has like even his late period stuff. Like he still draws some pretty decent women in his more like folk horror short story stuff. So like I don't know. It's more like he's just insecure about them than anything. But like I don't know. But no,
Or he
cards
just doesn't
never
like
show
to
up
draw
ever.
them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it could just be that simple. He just doesn't like to draw them. He will if he has to. You know.
Yeah, that too.
I'm gonna put a guy in front of this tire. I don't want to draw this tire.
What are you working on today, Jade? We were about to
Oh,
get
yeah.
started. We did the education discussion.
No, it's all good. I'm working on a page for It's a Horror Show found footage anthology. So
Nice. Time.
we're working on finishing that up, and I'm still dragging my feet, and I'm on page 1.
Yep.
And so that's what I'm trying to chug through a bit today. It's a lot of buildings and cars, and so it's just going to be perspective and very slow for a while.
Nice. I'm doing really tiny figures because how many panels I'm doing. So I'm doing these really trying to figure out the sizing for these characters. I'm doing like small little. I'm just doing stick figures at the moment to lay them out.
Mm.
Gotta figure out the poses, you know.
Jay, do you have any like tips on like how you personally set a horizon line by chance for like 2 and 3 point perspective?
Yeah. It's maybe not like the best advice, but it's the advice that worked for me. So my general like way of doing things is I like to just do a gestural sketch of the scene that's in my head, regardless of like if it's correct to perspective or not. And then I start trying to identify within that gestural sketch like where there might be a fault and say like, oh yeah, okay, that's wrong, or this is wrong, or okay, this is where I think it's going, and stuff like that. And then it's a matter of using tape. And you can kind of see I've got tape on my drafting table here as like I've kind of like drawn where I think the horizon, where my vanishing points are for 2 point. And then I just like usually take a bunch of tape and put it out like where other vanishing points are like, where other depth lines are kind of heading. And then when I start to see like, oh, okay, the intersections are indeed correct, that's when you know you found your horizon line. And then I plot out my horizon line, like mine for this panel is about right here, just over the top of this van. And because that's where I found it by doing that. So it's kind of a long drawn out process, but it really works for me just to be able to find it. It's usually pretty good. I don't know. I've also been drawing for long enough that I'm fairly decent at eyeballing shit. And so if I can just kind of like draw it out, gesture, I'm usually pretty damn close. And I just put on a perspective grid just to kind of tighten it up.
That's funny. That kind of bounces to the comments real fast. Wimbrine said, oof, I'm not that great with drawing cards. And then Night Phoenix Press said, I was about to mention that dude just drawing a decent car in blue line. Like,
yeah, for sure. It's pretty good. It's pretty good so far.
Morgan, do you know if your school has like, this is a really kind of weird question, but do they have like 3D printers?
Yes, in the makerspace area in the library.
Just get the file and make one of these.
Make one of is that like the thing that Daniel Warren Johnson uses for his filling out perspective?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And this helps so much. It's like I mean, you still have to do what Jade's doing, where like you do a gestural sketch of the scene, right? And then once you have like if the van is the central like focus point, you just use the van as your guide, and then you can use this to make your grid off of the van, and then build everything else up around it. Because that way you don't have to worry about like making a grid to build everything up from. You can just draw the thing the way that you want it and then build a grid off of it, which is pretty cool.
Dang, that is pretty cool.
Sick.
It doesn't help you with fisheye though.
I don't think I've made a grid in years.
I don't blame you.
DePillis has such a cool like. Do I keep your little note you gave me like on my drawing board, like just as reference?
The hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hand cheat sheet. Yeah, I love that. I think you like just understand perspective in like a very wild way, though. I don't know. DePillis, the way you fucking operate with your carpentry and then you use that for your art, like it's really cool. I think
Yeah,
you've
that
taught
and
to the most
photography helped
people.
me.
And photography, I was read about that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because that helped me a lot because I did use a fisheye lens and a wide angle lens for a long time. I focused on that doing social documentation. Was a big fan of Gary Winogrand and Robert Frank, and I used wide angle lens a lot. Is what I fell in love with because with a wide angle lens you can get really close to somebody and still get a very, very clear shot. And that's probably why I always have such big, really in-your-face close-ups and something in the distance. And that's how I would utilize my wide-angle lens in photography. There's something what would the word be? Filmic, like a film, like a shot in a film. Yeah. I don't know.
That's it. Drawing really tiny is kind of hard.
It's very hard. Yeah.
Like some parts look really cool, and then I'm like, that does not look right at all. I'm gonna have to try that 4 times.
Sometimes you have to let go.
Indeed.
Yeah, just let it be.
Like the Beatles song. Oh, do we have some Beatles haters in here? Is that?
No. I'm thinking.
Who groaned?
I'm trying to figure out, Brandon, how do you want to be credited on the front cover? Do you want your first name, your full name, or just your last name?
How are you gonna be credited? I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. So that
I guess
don't have
last
to
name.
make a decision.
That last name. Just do last names. Bloxdorf and Flowers.
Got it.
That's really good. I got these new Oreos. They're chocolate covered pretzel.
Pretty
They're
good.
like they're really crunchy. They're really good. They're really good. They're not like very sweet though, which is cool.
No,
But like
dude,
dangerous.
you don't have a Costco membership, do you?
I do.
Because at Costco they have Girl Scout cookies, the chocolate, the Thin Mints. They have chocolate covered pretzel Thin Mint, so it's like the Thin Mint chocolate on pretzels from Girl Scout cookies.
That's
at
dope.
Costco.
That sounds good.
I sucked down a whole bag, and it's Costco size. So it's not like a half-pound bag. This is like a 2.5-pound bag.
Dang.
And I'm battling down on 50s because that can't be good for me.
That's so funny.
Oh man. Jeez.
Dude, I know that stuff can just destroy you sometimes, you know?
but it feels so good.
What did I do? That happened to me. I like since I'm vegan, I don't have like any like cookies or anything anymore. Like we never buy anything that has like milk or eggs in it. But like I was working at Aldi at the beginning of this year, and I even that's so funny because I remember texting Jade about this and it was so insane. But like
Oh my
whenever I work
god.
at Aldi, I just like I would always snack. You know what I mean? They always had like treats and cookies in the back, and like it was just a couple cookies or cupcake or something. So I'd eat it. I'd be like whatever. I'm like 99%, like 99.9% vegan except for when I work, and I'll just have a couple cookies or something. And dude, I had some on one of my last shifts there, but it'd been so long since I worked at Aldi. I didn't think about that at all. Like I wasn't consistently eating that stuff anymore. And like mid shift, my stomach like turned and I was like, oh man, I can't do this here. It's like 2 p.m. at like a grocery store. There's no way I'm using the bathrooms. Like that's insane. I was like, I'll have to tough it out. I'll be good. I was like, I'll wait till I get home. And then like I thought like it went away for a bit, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'm safe, I'm safe. And then I was gonna get off at 6 p.m. And then like I was like putting something away so I could leave, like restocking something, one of the last things I was doing. And I turned and then all of a sudden it just hit me. Like and then like the sweat hits you, you know what I mean? The heat in your body, and you're just like, oh, I need to use the bathroom now, dude. And like I was like, I'm off in 5 minutes. Like I could have I was like, there's no way I can make it. Like I tried to like, what if I just like walk to the bathroom and judge it? And as I was walking, I was like, no, I need to go. If I stop, I'm screwed. Like it was an emergency. Like an emergency, like so bad I almost didn't even put like the toilet paper like on the toilet. Like it was just a lot. And I was like in the bathroom, just like, dude, just sweating and just like in the 6 p.m. bathroom grocery store I was literally got out and I was like off work. Like I couldn't even wait. It was terrible. I sent Jade like the longest paragraph ever about it. Like I went into so much detail.
Yeah. I remember this story well, and just like, oh, okay, we have one of those relationships now.
Wow, we're truly friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to know about your weird bowel movements. Great.
Work on one book with a guy, and I'm getting this crap. Oh man.
I mean, literally.
How many viewers did we just lose?
But I have to be gay too.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's one of those poop shows.
No, not another poop podcast. No.
Oh boy.
Now we need to get a soundboard, Brandon, and we're just gonna like do like a fart noise.
Yes. Yeah.
Brandon's still another.
Dude, that's how you monetize this thing for sure.
Yeah.
Seriously, we got to get there.
Get sponsored.
We were
by
super
Mountain
close.
Dew.
We were so close to monetization, and then we just got busy, and then I was like, damn, close. We really are almost there. Oh, dude, I didn't panel this right. I didn't do my grids right, so I added a panel right now that I remembered, and now that I'm looking at my thumbnail, it's different. Damn. I wonder if I could fix this.
Everything's fixable. I'm a carpenter. Everything's fixable.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I could have fit this if I wanted to in general, though. Look, it's freaking tight. I'm just gonna cut this top one out.
Brandon, do you ever watch those videos of like the home inspectors where they go into a house and like everything is like just so bad, like there's separation in like the door jambs and like it's not properly grouted, and you just like, do you just watch that and eat potato chips and just love it, or is that the kind of stuff that just makes you cringe?
That's the stuff that makes me cringe, dude. Oh, I see, wrong Brandon.
Oh shit! I was the one who did it.
Dude, I was like, that's a weird question to ask me, but sure. I was like, I didn't know where you're going with that at all. Like, I was like, is he referring to my mental health right now? Is he like trying to say, is this how I
just like batter up? Here we go. I've got an answer for that.
I have an answer. Like right now, I love watching YouTube or TikTok or sometimes Instagram will have videos of home inspectors who go in and they show like all the things people's like flippers. People who grab, they buy houses, they flip it, they try to fix it up, but they always do the cheapest stuff. And it's absolutely amazing how dumb some people who work on homes are. And I'm not doing that to like shoot shots at my business and construction, but seriously, sometimes you want to bang your head when somebody walks into a house and thinks, let me put a dishwasher here where I can't even open the dishwasher. And then in order to put that dishwasher in, you have to have like 3 people come in and hook it up: an electrician, a plumber, and a carpenter. And not one of those 3 people said, you can't open this door, you can't put this here. And they still put the dishwasher there. And that's like an example of stuff that happens on those videos that drives me crazy. But in the early 2000s, I used to watch a lot of those remodeling shows. And some of that drives me crazy. Like the drama they make about stuff is not really dramatic, as dramatic as they say. But the ones that really drove me crazy were like the construction guys who are like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to make your house 10 times better. And they'll say things like, you got to go above and beyond the code of the state. And it's like, no, in the real world, you can't do that because somebody has to pay for that. Try getting a homeowner to pay for that. You're talking about thousands of dollars and you want to go above and beyond code when code is there for a reason. Like some stuff just like drives me absolutely crazy on those shows. So no, I don't watch those shows anymore, but I do watch TikTok videos of flippers getting trashed by home inspectors. That makes me laugh.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna find out which car this is. There's this guy that just has like way too much bass in his car, and it just drives me crazy every day. Like I'm so over it. I can hear it from upstairs, man.
I wish I had a giant bass in my car, man.
Dude, stuff like that. Like I listen to too much metal for like that to freaking. I tried putting on like I had a friend that had like the really bassed out speakers and everything, and I was like, oh well, let's put on Between the Buried and Me, and it was just like noise.
It depends on how it's mixed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I was in El Paso, so you could only imagine the type of bass speakers that were going off too. You know what I mean? Like not the highest quality of.
Yeah, Lorna Shore threw some bass speakers.
There you go.
Yeah, that hits.
Who the hell designed this Lesson on Comics logo?
Where?
How many times have you drawn that logo, Jade?
How many times have I drawn it? Oh my God. Every book, at least a couple of times. I mean, it's hidden in a lot of things. Like, I'll often put it on, like if a character's wearing a t-shirt and then they need to have like a logo or something, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna put on this. It'll be the Lesson on Comics, or license plates on cars. Sometimes I'll have it. I hide it a lot, and then I draw it on the back of every single book in usually like a goofy way. So I've drawn it a lot of times, and every time it's just like whoever did this is really getting their pound of skin, you know.
I think I have the Punk anthology near me. He did the back of it for that book too, which is really cool.
I did it there too.
Or is that the Apollo logo?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know that I've ever drawn the Apollo logo.
On the back of the jacket for the Punk.
Oh, well, I mean, that was like before it was even the Apollo logo, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wrote Apollo City. That's when it was just Apollo City.
Oh, that's right.
Comics podcast. Yeah. The early days.
I got the Apollo logo on this cover.
Hell yeah. Hobby just redid, like not redid, touched up. I even gave Max credit because he made the new Apollo logo. But I really like his like touch up. It's crazy. Apollo's entering year 3. Wild, super wild. We have like 35 projects. We found out that
We talked through them all literally last night. It was like a real long conversation.
Oh, I did like I had to like jump off and get on that live with Dan Price. Everyone check out Dan Price, Bigfoot Knows Karate. His Kickstarter's live right now too. Super cool stuff. Dan's our boy, and if you love indie comics, Bigfoot Knows Karate is a master's in marketing. Yeah, good stuff. It was funny. It's a super good time. But John Ghindardi said, what books do you guys recommend when it comes to inking your artwork? By the way, great artwork, guys. Hey, thank you. Yeah, what are some good inking resources or books?
Oh, I know. I have one in my head. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, Framed Ink.
Oh, nice. I have that one, actually. I have the first one. There's 2, right?
Yes. It's called something else, though. The second one or the first one is called something else.
It's this one? Is it this one?
Yep. And then there's one more that goes along with that book. But yeah, that
I can
one's
read
very
this. That's
good.
cool. Yeah.
It's not necessarily like about inking techniques per se, but it teaches you how to use like the black and white contrast of inks in your composition to be like well balanced and tell your story. So a lot of it's like lighting and shadows and panel composition and balance and weight and stuff like that.
That's dope. I need to really study that.
It's a really good book. It's really good.
And Ryan Arnold suggested that book too recently on a post. Said,
what was the name of that book again, Max?
Framed Ink.
Framed Ink. Okay.
And then Wimbreen says, question to DePillis. What app are you using to draw? Yeah, what are you using?
Oh, I'm using Photoshop.
Oh, Photoshop. That's cool.
Photoshop, but I'm thinking of switching to Clip Studio soon because I noticed by a couple of other artists in the area in Minneapolis here in the Twin Cities have recommended Clip Studio. But if you watch what's his name, Michael Avioning, what's his name? Michael Avioning.
Michael Avon Oming.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan. I was having trouble saying that.
You're good. You're good. I think that's how you pronounce it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it is too. You watch some of his videos, and he does. The ink flows so nice on Clip Studio when I watch him because he's like super zoomed in close, like I am right now, and like you just watch that ink flow like digitally, and it's just amazing. So I'm like, and I've heard it's great to color on Clip Studio. I don't know if any of you guys use it or not.
Yeah.
I'm a Photoshop guy myself, so.
I've heard great stuff about Clip Studio. Yeah, it was Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned on Photoshop a long time ago. I used first time I used Photoshop, I was in college. Way back when, I don't even think Morgan was born. I think I was like 95, 94, 95 was the first time I used Photoshop.
I was like 3.
Yeah, that predates me.
Shut up.
Oh, my bad. Dang. Sorry.
Sorry, Morgan's mom.
Oh no, that was me. That was me who said that. That's funny. That's super great. I don't want Morgan to get in trouble for that.
You're all good. You're all in trouble.
Isn't Jade like only 2 years older than me or something? I think.
What the? That was me. DePillis, I'm sorry about that. I took offense to being called that old.
The flattery is.
Wait,
Deceitful, Brandon.
how much older are you than me, Jade? I thought you were like 2 years older than me.
I'm 35, going on 36.
Oh yeah. See, you are just 2 years older than me. I'm 33. Thought you were like almost 40 though.
Woof. Yeah.
I'm
Oh
kidding, I'm
man,
just kidding.
higher education
I think
really burns you the
Morgan,
fuck out.
Morgan, you're younger than me, right?
Yeah, I am 20. I'll be 21 in November.
Okay, yeah.
What, dude? I did not know that.
What?
That's
Oh,
insane.
dang,
DePillis.
dang.
Dude, I thought Morgan was like 22, 23.
I thought we were a little closer. Yeah, I didn't know.
Because Max is 24, right? 24?
Yep.
25?
Yeah.
24. How old are you, Brandon? I didn't know that.
Me?
Yeah.
I turned 50 June 21st.
What? No way. I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
I'm the oldest one in OKC.
What? That was Nate.
Are you older than
Nate's
Jerry?
Nate's year. Jerry is a year younger than me. Nate's a year younger than me. Dan's a year
Oh
younger.
my god.
What? Dude, I thought
think
you were like just slightly older than
age-
Jade, like 38 or something.
Oh, go to hell.
Dang.
AJ Cleric, I think, is the same age as me. And I think he might be like a month older than me or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got some people that think my mom is way younger than what she actually is. I will not be revealing her age, of course.
Oh, come on.
But no,
No,
she
we
would.
won't.
She would drive all the way up here and beat me if I if I told. So I'm good.
You just see Morgan's camera just like just
Here, let me watch my fingers. I'll
oh my gosh. That's funny.
Sorry,
that's
Morgan's
wild.
mom.
If she's
I
still
didn't look up.
watching, I don't know. Maybe she
For
is.
the
I'll
record,
probably get a
I didn't
text.
look up. I didn't look up for the record, so just being courteous. So I'm gonna focus on these lines.
No. Yeah.
That's great. You know what's awesome about knowing that too is that like I mean, when it comes down to comics and art and stuff like that, like there's being too old is not an excuse. You know what I mean?
No.
Being too young is not an excuse. Like you just got to do it. You just gotta straight up just do it. And that's that.
I was actually just talking about this yesterday with Joe. I was saying that like there are your Picassos and there are your Van Goghs in comics. You know, you can have both.
Oh, I didn't even see the comics here. Jeff DeMar says the Art of Comic Book Inking Second Edition. Okay, that's cool. So
He's the one who
ink.
would know. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff is awesome. We're gonna bring him on. Oh well, soon. I guess in June maybe. When Breen says, I use Procreate, never used Clip Studio before. I used Photoshop around 20. I used to use Photoshop around 2019. I use Procreate too. So there's like Javi Martinez and a few other people.
I use Procreate as well.
Morgan's mom, laugh out loud. I was in high school in 1994.
No.
I was asked at Heroes if I was his sister. She's like, I
Yeah,
forgive you.
I was actually about to tell that story, but I decided to not.
That's okay.
That happened. Yeah. So 2023, like when my first Heroes Con ever, which is where I met Eli. We were going to like this art supply corner, buying Bristol, and one of the ladies running the booth was like, "Yeah, so like you're Morgan's sister, right?" Or something like no, or maybe it was some guy. I forgot who, but like yeah, someone thought she was old enough to be my sister, which is, you know, not crazy, but you know, I was like, all right, guys, come on.
I mean, Lex's sister, my girlfriend, her sister is like 14 years older than her. You know what I mean? So it's possible. So
Happens.
it happens. It happens.
Sure.
That's great.
No, I don't know. Like some people think like I'm older than what I am, and then other people think I'm way younger. I don't get it.
Yeah, people. It depends if my beard is grown or not. Basically, you know what I mean?
I'm finally growing facial hair. Like I finally finally have a mustache, Brandon. I was hoping to see you at Hero so I could show you. It's finally coming in.
Jesus.
She's got one hair. One hair.
It's happening.
George.
I still have no chest hair, but I finally am growing a mustache.
Morgan, don't rush it. Trust me. I used to not grow anything either, and all of a sudden, I'm just like cousin It from Adam's Family. Like it just happened suddenly.
Dude, I'm thankful I don't grow hair like on my neck. Like my beard hair literally stops at the like end of my chin, and I think that's just like a miracle. I'm so glad I don't got to deal with that like neck shaving. You know, that's rough. It's
All right.
it's a situation.
I feel like I'm catching a lot of inadvertent shade for this.
Oh, that's great.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I've been shaving since I was like in high school, man. Like I remember I was a server at the Wyndham Hotel, and we had a really strict boss, and she used to like if you had any facial hair at all whatsoever, she'd give you a razor and tell you to go shave and then come back.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's a weird policy. Okay, all right.
yeah, that was it's before they got soft. No I'm kidding.
Was that a win? You said? What did you say? Windsor? That was the name of the place?
Wyndham, the hotel. Yeah,
Oh, the hotel. Yeah, at a hotel, they're gonna do that to you.
yeah, it was brutal. It was a good time. I worked there for like 4 years. It was my first job because I got hired as a lifeguard.
Please don't read that.
Is it like that? Is it like that Jim Carrey sketch from SNL where he's like the lifeguard, but it's a hot tub and there's like barely anybody in it?
Dude, yes, dude. I watched the water slide. We had the Texas Twister, and you would just sit there and watch kids go in the slide, or like do when it was dead. We used to have to like clean it and like wax it up so people could like slide down it efficiently. And me and the other lifeguard would like one person we would wax it like crazy, like over wax it, and then one person would like run and like slide down it, and then the other person would run up it, and then you'd have to like dodge each other. It was super crazy. Yeah, it was the worst having the 16-year-olds like alone just doing stupid stuff. Morgan's mom said, I told him that his mustache is a skinny little caterpillar.
Yeah,
I'm
Mom.
trying.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to seem
Never
like
leave.
I'm a serious comic book artist, and my mom's over here making fun of my facial hair. It's great.
You're in blast.
It is what it is, man. And just don't try to have a mustache until you can have a mustache. Trust me, I made that mistake and it was bad.
All right. Well, I
Dude,
guess
same.
I'm shaving before bed tonight. That's yeah.
Wimbreen says it was nice talking to you guys. Got to go. Good luck with the Kickstarter. Thank you so much for hanging. I really appreciate it. I tried growing a mustache like when I was like 19, like in a band and everything, because I had like I had a rat tail and like a front mullet. I guess I don't know. I didn't really have a mullet, but I definitely had a rat tail. Like the back of my head was short, but I had like kind of the emo hair up front. You know what I mean? Like the bangs and shit. It was stupid. We used to cut our own hairs in the band. It was pretty lame.
Brandon, don't call me out like that.
Oh my god, that is your hair right now. But yours is cool. Yours is way cooler. Like I don't know. Yours just I used to straighten my rat tail with like a little mini straightener, you know?
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of pictures of me with whatever emo haircut I thought I had, and it was not good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, vibes. It was actually fun. This is a terrible story, but like I was like 19. I got arrested once. Just put that like in my 30s. Who cares? But it was for one night, and I was like in the lockup part. And it's the only time I was in Texas. It's impossible not to get arrested in Texas. But I was in the lockup, and I remember I had like this. We just got back from tour like a few days before, so I had these really tight black skinny jeans and slightly oversized, but like super deep V-neck shirt, because V-necks were just like the thing in 2010, 2011, you know? And I was super skinny, and I was trying to grow a mustache, and I had my like ridiculous rat tail hair, and I just like was the most untough looking guy in that entire facility. And it was really, as a 19-year-old, it was really like eye-opening.
It's so funny.
And then the guys that were there with me were like trying to like hop the border because I lived in El Paso, like where Juarez is and the Rio Grande, and so people were trying to like cross the border in refrigerators, and they got caught. And I was like hanging with them the whole evening.
That haircut in relation to the picture of you like crowd surfing that was in whatever news article.
Yeah.
What's the age gap there?
I think that picture was taken early high school, so I was like a freshman, sophomore with that mohawk, and with the rat tail hair that was right out of high school. So that was like I was like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
So like 14, 15 to 18, about 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I got my picture taken. I was in the newspaper for Warp Tour one year because I was crowd surfing and it was like in the newspapers and my dad like made a mug out of it and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah.
So did you go from punk to emo or emo to punk or like both at the same time?
No, I was a different wavelength because I went from like listening to nothing but like Motley Crue and Aerosmith and Judas Priest and Led Zeppelin and Kiss to like Blink 182 and Sum 41 and like Zebrahead and like Sugar Cult and Weird Al was always around that though. Like Weird Al never stopped.
There's
then-
the UHF. We were talking about this yesterday. I brought this up to my wife, and I was just like, I think Brandon's only seen 4 movies. And I brought up. She was like, what movies? And I was like, well, UHF. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, the fuck? How does this make sense? Like, but there it is. I think she was onto it.
Yeah, yeah. Weird Al, big influence on my life. Who would have known that? Like, really, really made me who I am today. What was I going with that? Oh, Sugar Cult stuff like that, and then I got into punk, and then it was punk because I really got into Rancid and Social Distortion and stuff like that, and then I got into like My Chemical Romance,
Okay.
and like Under
I'm
Oath,
gonna see Social Distortion this summer.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah,
great.
they're coming to Bozeman.
I'm trying to figure out. I've seen Social Distortion at least once. I think I also might have saw them on like a festival in like Huntington Beach. But I definitely saw them once with my dad, and they did. It was some sort of like anniversary of their first album, and so they just played
That's cool.
the first album in its entirety.
That's rad. I've only seen them once. They're one of my favorite bands. They've influenced me a whole lot my whole life. Mike Ness was one of my first like idols in my life. Yeah. Social D was like my favorite band for years. Like in middle school, growing up, that was all I listened to. So I hit, and because then when I would wear Dickies a lot because of Mike Ness and because of Blink-182, like. And then I really got into metal after that. I didn't get into metal until like later in high school when I discovered Between the Buried and Me because of Colors and Protest the Hero Fortress and the Human Abstract. Those were like the 3 bands, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a different type of metal that I dig." In the comments, we have Night Phoenix Press who says, "Am I the only one who used Pixelmator?"
I don't even know what that is.
I have no clue either.
Never heard of it.
What? Yeah,
Pixel Maker.
Mator, Pixel Mator.
Pixelmator. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, give us some deets if you can. Night Phoenix Press. That's interesting. Morgan's mom said UHF rocks, and that's the only approval I need.
Yeah, I mean, I also like the movie. I'm not dunking you for liking that movie. It's just
bring it up so much.
You talk about it a lot. It's kind of buck wild sometimes.
It's because me and Lex just watched it because during our birthday weeks we get like a limited reign of whatever we watch, So the other person just has to deal with it. So we watched. Well, she got me Weird Al Yankovic movie. Was it for my birthday or for Christmas? One of the two. So she had to watch UHF. So for my birthday, that was a birthday watch. So it's super fresh. I know that movie so well, though. I've watched it so much as a kid. My mom. So good. That's my mom.
I mean, I do like that movie, but never mind.
Oh man, this is pretty fun. I decided to add a dead man floating out of the grave by Swamp Thing kind of last minute.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
He kind of just manifested.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see which panels I'm going to work on next. Do big center one.
Oh yeah, Brandon. So I was gonna tell you, last night my friend Jackson came over and we had a double feature. The first movie we watched was Monty Python: The Search for the Holy Grail, which I've seen several times.
Classic. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's even more hilarious watching it at 20. Because some of the stuff does not go over your head when you're watching it as like, a 13-year-old. Anyways, but then right after we watched John Carpenter's The Thing. And that was my first time watching it.
Oh,
really?
And my mind was blown. I'm not gonna lie.
The greatest movies ever, man.
Wild.
John Carpenter is just so good at building suspense, composition of his shots, creating tone with his music, because he does all the music too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, love John Carpenter. His compositions are always some of my most favorite compositions when he's framing a shot.
Yeah. I kind of want to rewatch it because we popped it in my DVD player and he brought his DVD over and I kind of want to watch it again now. But there's several times where I jumped and screamed. It was it was great.
Dude, it's literally effects nowadays don't compare to anything that happened in that movie.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal.
Oh, it's amazing. When you watch a movie like that or Blade Runner or Alien, and you watch movies now, you're like, oh my God, the special effects and Blade Runner, Alien, The Thing, just absolutely are just amazing. I don't even know what to say. You still can't compete with them. Doesn't matter how many large studios that Marvel does, it can't compete.
That's sick. That's so sick. That's why I like movies from the 70s and I guess I pretty much the early 80s, mid 80s are some of my favorites. I just felt like there's more soul in some of it.
Watched a movie last night I've never seen before, and I've never
Adventures of Ford Fairlane?
No. Good Lord. And I've never heard of it, but it was really rainy here, so Katie and I just looked up good rainy night movies, and we found this list, and it had this movie listed on it, and I'm like, there was an image attached of Willem Dafoe in it, and I was like, what is this? I've never even heard of it. And we watched it, and I'm such a fan now. I've been listening to the soundtrack all day.
Is it Streets of Fire?
Streets of Fire.
Oh my God.
That was a guess.
I was just actually looking at the soundtrack the other night.
Dude, it was so good. It was so weird. It is a buck wild movie.
You know who directed that, right?
Walter Hill. Yeah. The Warriors. Oh, yeah. I'm one of those annoying guys. I can't just watch a movie. I have to learn everything about the movie, especially if I'm into it.
This looks dope. I'd watch this.
It is wild. The music is so good for it. It's this classic rock stuff. One of the bands that does music for it, the Blasters, also did music for From Dusk Till Dawn. The vibe is really weird. Willem Dafoe makes some choices with how he decides to be the leader of this gang, and there's a sledgehammer fight at the very end. It's great.
Oh man, that's cool.
It's like
What was I just gonna
50s
say? Oh,
gangs, apocalypse,
Yeah.
like I don't know, really weird, like lawless 50s gangs in a city, and yeah, it's a
Rick
trip, that one.
Moranis is in it, but as a serious role, he's not doing a he's like not doing a bit. It's a very serious Rick Moranis, and that alone is
Diane
strange.
Lane,
Huh?
Diane Lane, very young Diane Lane.
Oh, Diane Lane, yeah, as Eileen Aim.
it's free on the Internet Archive too. It's kind of cool.
A lot of good stuff on the Internet Archive. I did so much digging on that website for my Ghost and Folklore class.
Oh, sick. Actually, yeah, there's a lot of you could find really good like comic book journals and reference books on the Internet Archive. I found out when I was just
Oh, snap.
whenever
Okay.
you type in, I was just like looking for books. You know, you just type in for like for free or download. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, the Internet Archive has all this. It's pretty sick. Night Phoenix Press said Pixelmator is a Photoshop alternative that doesn't require subscription. Apple just bought it not too long ago. Oh, that's cool.
So it'll have
Yeah,
a subscription
use-
shortly.
It sounds like Affinity. Affinity.
Yeah.
Is, yeah.
I was just gonna say that Max uses Affinity Publisher. It's called.
I use all of them. A publisher, designer. What the hell's the other one? Photo. I think Affinity Photo.
I think if I didn't get Photoshop for free for being like teaching at my school, I'd probably be using an alternative. But I get it for free, so
Jerk.
I don't need to.
I should really get my Photoshop and digital knowledge better.
Yeah, the subscription fee for Adobe is it's hefty, and it's a hard one to
Yeah.
swallow every month.
I'm still using my student discount. Speaking of which, it's graduated 4 years ago, but it's still active.
I think I'm the
Yeah,
only
sometimes
plebeian
look-
who pays full price.
How many devices
Unless
do you
the
have?
school sometimes is really on it, they don't check that kind of stuff.
Probably because I went to Full Sail too. I think that's like how I get away with it a little bit. Because it's a constant institution that has a giant subscription, I'm sure, for like every student. Morgan's mom said movie night pick next time Morgan comes home for a weekend. The Thing and They Live, dude. I love They Live. I have a
Ooh.
special edition book that's like it's so dude, that stuff, oh, it's buried. I see it though. I'll break it out next time. But it's really cool. It's like a nice little propaganda book from John Carpenter. Murgo says, good evening. Hope everyone's having a good night. Murgo, hey.
Hey, Margo, how you doing?
What's up? Go get Murgo's book, Goodbye Stranger. It's her new mini comic.
I'll be seeing Margo at
Yeah.
Flop.
Oh, sick. I have one of Murgo's recent books right here. You see, oh, did my internet like where am I at? My camera like went dead.
Oh,
That
weird.
was weird. Yeah, I was super odd. Let me just reset that a little bit. There we go. Let's drag that down a little bit. There we go. Sweet. And turn that back on. There we go. There's Murgo's book.
Oh yeah,
Super cool.
I'm gonna pick up a copy with at Flop.
Cool stuff.
Oh yeah, Brandon, about the whole Spawn thing. I've had a little bit of a not a coming to Jesus with Spawn, but a so I met Jonathan Glapian at
cool.
my free comic book
Cool
day
guy.
event. He lives in Nashville. He came to my local shop in Murfreesboro, and I met him. It was pretty cool because like he's a childhood hero of mine because he inked Batman Court of Owls. and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
You know, that is my Batman. You know.
Yeah.
And like it was so cool meeting him, but course, I had him review my portfolio, and he had a lot of good things to say. Got some feedback from him. But I'm doing a Spawn piece because, like, he's working with McFarlane again.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I'm going to be donating for the Heroes Con charity auction. It'll be my first, 11x17 piece I'll be donating for the auction. So.
Ooh, sick,
dude.
dude.
Yeah. I'm already working out the pencils for it, so.
Oh yeah, I just do that.
So,
let me know.
yeah,
We'll show it to Thomas Healy.
Oh, what was that?
Let me know, and we'll show it to Thomas Healy, the editor for Spawn.
you know the editor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thomas is super cool.
really? Oh, snap.
Yeah,
We can-
he's not on the show.
Brandon knows,
Yeah.
Brandon knows crazy people. Like, I had a student who was wanting to do like an interview with someone in the animation industry, and I was like, man, I thought I knew a couple of folks, and it turns out like I was incorrect about their positions, and I was like, Brandon, do you know anybody? He's just like, oh yeah, let me hook you up, and he like hooks me up with like one of the animators at The Simpsons, and I'm just like, oh, holy shit, okay, all right, that's sick.
Well, as soon as I was already planning on like coloring it for fun. I'll send you the high res file when it's done. Then.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, and Phoenix Express real fast said, "Hey guys, I got to finish setting everything up. Take it easy, everyone. Good luck with the Kickstarters." Thank you, dude. Thanks for tuning in. He also said, "I do have CSP, but can never get it to work right." Ooh, interesting. But yeah, thanks, Night Phoenix Express. But dude, yeah, I'm always bugging Thomas because I just like staying on his radar.
That's awesome.
He's gonna potentially he's gonna contribute to an Apollo book soon.
Oh dang!
So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, to have his name on a title.
That's cool.
I gotta talk to him about it. Yeah, Thomas is a cool guy. That's always like a super goal of mine. You guys want to see a cool Spawn thing? I wonder if I have it handy. Might have shown it off before. Oh, I think it fell behind stuff. It did. Never mind. I have a Bruce Timm drawing a Spawn that's signed by Todd. But yeah, no. I mean, Spawn is one of those things where I just he looks like Gene Simmons. So I'm down on its chains and stuff. It's like it's in no way like sometimes a lot of the writing is rough, especially the early days. But overall, it's just like a fun book to look at. I've always felt,
You ready for me to lose some street cred?
No.
Here you go. I am.
I'm not a Spawn fan.
I agree.
know.
Jade,
That's literally how I feel. I'm just a hungry college student, and I need help.
No, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Spawn's for everybody by any means. Like, yeah. It was just a book that got real lucky because he knew how to market.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and it's one of those things.
McFarlane for certain things, like I'm a big fan of when in doubt, black it out.
Like, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like, I admire the dude for like I don't know, business wise, like the guy he has his own toy company. Like that's fucking rad. You know what I mean? Like he's just done a lot of cool stuff that's like really like it's defined and cemented a lot. I just think that's really admirable. Plus, he's nice as hell.
Sure.
Remember playing that Spawn video game? Do you guys ever play any of the Spawn video games?
I don't think so.
Dude, there's one called I think Spawn Armageddon that was out at one point, and it was one of the coolest, like funnest superhero video games on the first Xbox. There's a PlayStation one too, where you had to like go through like the different eras of Spawn. So there was like the caveman stuff, and then medieval, and then like it led into modern day Spawn and everything. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Brandon, this is what I'm working out for my Spawn piece. It's a little got a little bit of black humor in it. humor in it, but it's Spawn holding Savage Dragon's skull with the fin still on it.
Sick, dude.
And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put in the capes inside the cape, I guess. Kind of like silhouetted with what's that like side pattern like on his like that's in red with the white accents? Like what is that?
What do you mean?
Like,
so I was reading this.
Like like the red side of like his gosh. Like around his hips and love handles, like where is like the red stuff? Like above the pouches? Like right here?
I think so, yeah. Now point show me on the doll for
I don't have a
I don't know. Like I feel like that's just like suit. At least at the action figure, I'm like looking at. I'm also looking at Anthony's drawing on my wall, and it's just like black.
Like the red pattern, like with the white like trim and accents like on it, kind of comes near his chest. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I just look like lines.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with like that part of like the silhouette where like that part of his body is. I'm trying to like fit something in there. Like
Nice,
I guess some like monsters' faces. I'm still trying to figure that out, I guess. Yeah.
That's dope. That's my paper.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be shutting down and taking off here. If that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, no, for sure, Brandon. For sure, you gotta do your stuff.
Appreciate you guys having me on with you. I love seeing your stuff. Hopefully, I can get to talk to you more often, Morgan.
For sure.
I talked to the other jabronis enough.
Yeah, bros.
Yeah. Stay in touch for sure.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Brandon. Love having. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Later.
Peace.
Noise. Now we can talk shit about him.
No.
I gotta find different like lightsaber. I'm gonna have all these panels have different lightsaber like clashing scenes, so I gotta figure out some. I didn't do enough research.
It's funny like drawing lightsabers and especially like the lightsaber beams and whatnot. Like there's so many different ways that artists have interpreted that. Some of them I think are like, oh, that's really cool, and then some of them I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Which ones do you feel like don't make sense? Like, what's the lightsaber?
There is. I have to pull it out. The book I'm specifically referencing, but there was this one that was like right around the time where like you were starting to get Star Wars everything, and it was like for it was around episode 1, and it was when they were like really cranking out new Star Wars content. And there was a comic, and I just remember the lightsabers looking so ridiculous. Like it just didn't make any sense. Like how they were drawing the kind of light source and the kind of energy that was taking. It was like, this is way too over the top and kind of hokey.
Do you like thinner lightsaber handles, or do you like the chunky gripped ones, like the older?
I like the chunky boys.
Yeah, same. Like them thick.
You know what I'm learning? I don't like this.
Yeah, this is all looking super cool, everyone. Damn. I was too busy drawing squares the first hour of the show, and it's gonna be weird because like I'm gonna do the lightsabers like the blade, not the the blades like digitally. So I'm just gonna be drawing like floating handles technically, just like all outlined. so I know how straight it's going to be. I think we've discussed. Oh, I think that was just like a regular Apollo meeting. I was like, did we talk about our favorite Star Wars before?
Yeah, we have for sure.
No, we have. Huh?
We've done it multiple times, in fact.
Dude, me and Alex, like, we're super close. Alex and I are best friends, but we just sometimes we just can't bring up Star Wars around each other, or else we fight. I think there's not a lot of things that set both Alex and I off in a conversation, but like, you bring up The Last Jedi around us, and it's just anger on both sides. Like, I hate that movie with all my soul, and he loves it. And I just don't get it.
He
It's
likes
funny
The
because, like,
Last Jedi, man.
dude, he loves The Last Jedi.
Really? I
Dude,
I
fuck that
see
movie.
like liking the Disney trilogy, like the 1, 2, 3. This new set. I can't, man. I can't. The Last Jedi is the best of the bunch for sure.
No.
Oof.
Really? You think what the hell? I don't even know the name of the second one.
That is the second one.
That is the second one.
Oh, what's the first one?
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied. The Force Awakens is decent. The Last
There you
Jedi
go.
is really bad.
Yeah.
I'm mixing
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
I honestly, I like The Rise of Skywalker the most because, one, I've only seen it once, and I got to see some like cool force powers in there, and it felt like a video game. You know what I mean? Like, it was nostalgic in the sense of like Jedi Academy or Kyle Katarn. I'm sure like nobody here is even. You guys are too young for Kyle Katarn.
Speak for
Don't even know who he is.
yourself.
Yeah, except for Jade. Kyle Katarn
I'm
was
all
the shit.
about
He was the Jedi we should have gotten.
Outcast, right?
Oh, dude, yes, man. Like Outcast.
Yeah,
I vaguely
Dark
remember
Forces.
Outcast.
Dark
I don't know
Forces
much
2.
about it, but
Kyle was like
It's
this cool,
essentially
like,
like Star Wars is like, what if we had Han Solo, but he was a Jedi? And it's like
yeah.
that's more or less Cal Katarn.
Yeah, honestly, that's literally him.
that's how I feel about The Force Unleashed.
Like, so good too. So
Yeah.
good, man. Yeah, freaking great.
Jay, do you by chance like Creepy Magazine at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you collected the issues, or do you do the
I have
collections?
I have not. I'm just a fan of all things that are like just spooky.
Sure.
Have you seen any horror movies that came out recently, Jade?
What's the question?
Any horror movies that have come out recently?
Oh, hell yeah. I see a lot of horror movies. I'm always watching horror. The most recent movie that I saw was Clown in a Cornfield. It was fine. The standout horror movie of this year, though, for sure, is Sinners. It was crazy good. Crazy good.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Nate was gonna pay for me to go watch it in theaters, but our theater here is not the best, to say the least.
Oh no. Do they not have it anymore?
No, I mean it's ridiculously short runs at my theater.
Oh man, it was good. I saw it on Easter Sunday at like 10 a.m. I was like, yes, this is my mass.
I don't know. Like from what I've seen from the ads, I'm like, meh. But
that's the thing. I don't think the ads did it justice by any means. I think it was the trailers did not do a good job of accurately portraying what the movie is. Because yes, it's a vampire movie. Oh my gosh, it's so much more than a vampire movie.
Oh really?
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
it's a great like discussion about like how Black culture has kind of like I mean, essentially, it is the foundation of modern music of any kind. And so it's a big conversation about that. There's a lot of like post-war trauma, just, you know, about the South at that time. It's incredible. Yeah.
TK says, I saw Sinners 3 times and I'd do it again. He's like,
I
going as
100%.
blind as possible. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's 100% worth it.
Yeah, Alex praised the hell out of it. He's a big movie buff. And he was like mind blown when he got out of it.
There was moments in the movie where I was like left speechless, like legitimately. Like I have no words for how incredible this is.
Oh, I got these mapped out. I got these mapped out. Got that mapped out. What am I missing here? Got 2 more big pen. Oh, I'm getting a hand chopped off. That's what I'm doing here. You guys want to see with the like my thumbnail rough? I did it on Procreate, so I think I could share it here. It's on my computer. This is the rough I'm doing. Cool. See if that shows. Does it show? Oh, it does.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got like the lightsaber handles on the sides. Here and
Very
here.
cool.
Yeah, and then I have like the title, and then this is actually just 2 panels now. And I just finished doing these lightsaber poses, so I'm gonna do these panels, and then this little fight right here, and then the end credit type of thing. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Let's see, we're at 142 though. Wow, went by real quick. 8:17. What any other shows you're doing this year, Morgan?
Let's see. So far just Heroes. I sent a message to the people running Chattanooga Comic-Con because that's also not a far drive from me, so I'm waiting to hear from them.
Cool.
I think I might be doing the Nashville Comic Arts Festival. Actually, I should be doing the Nashville Comic Arts Festival, but I'm waiting for a date. It'll be hosted at like one of Nashville's libraries. So yeah.
Nice.
So basically, I'm just kind of keeping it within the state, minus Heroes, because you know.
Yeah, it's costly, dude. It's hard doing that stuff sometimes.
For sure. But it's all fun, always fun. So
always fun.
Always good.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to do stuff nearby me too because of just cost and money overall. Like,
yeah.
You know, we have. I might be doing
Brandon, are you going to do Baltimore this year?
Yeah, probably just because of work in general. Like, I'd probably be there for work.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. I haven't applied. It's just, again, it's expensive.
Yeah, dude, I know. I get it. So
I want to do it because it's such a blast to hang out with you and a lot of the creators that go, but it's
just going to hang out.
Expensive.
And like, did you do pretty good there? Like overall last year?
I usually do pretty good. Last year I didn't do nearly like as well as the first year. What I ran into was like a lot of people came up to the booth and were like, "Oh man, I'm so excited to see you again." And they were like, you know, repeat customers, which is awesome. But it's like the year before they bought all of my books, and then like last year I had like 1 or 2 new ones, and they're like, "Well, that's it." And I'm like, "Not so." I didn't make nearly the amount of sales.
Mm-hmm. That's what cool they figured out doing stuff.
It's cool that they came back and stuff like that. Like that's awesome, you know. But it's not enough just like, oh yeah, I'm going to sell 1 or 2 books to a couple of people. Like that's not super worth it.
Yeah, I get that for sure. 100%.
How do you judge like success at a convention?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question because like I also think that part of the success of a convention for me, at least, is like not like I hate the word networking because I think it's such a gross term. But like the connection you make with fellow creators or other people in the industry and stuff like that is so cool. And so most of the time I'm like, the price of entry is to kind of do that stuff. But then, when the table fee is so expensive and stuff like that, I'm like, oh man, at a certain point I got to make a little bit of money. And I don't know if Baltimore is able to sustain that for me. But yeah, it's a super good question.
I mean, I think it depends on your attitude going in. For one, like Heroes, for example, like that was not a good con for me at all. Like I was just in a bad spot. Like it wasn't that great. I sold like 4 books, and that's never happened to me before. Even on like my low events. But it's like, okay, well, I went there, I had a great time. Like, how much money did I lose? Like I mean, Brooklyn Independent Comic Expo, dude, I made barely over table. Like table was 140, I made like 180. And so that sucked me.
That's a pretty cheap table too, honestly.
Yeah.
Baltimore's table was like $300.
Yeah, Heroes is 325.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like that's rough, dude. Like I mean, IC3 was $50. Like that, dude, I could go have a bad show, even though it was a great show. Honestly, I sold a great amount. But it was like $50. There's no loss. Even if I had a bad show, it would have still been awesome. It's like it depends how you view it, I guess. I didn't think Heroes was a loss for last year because I mean, gosh, that's when I really got to hang out with Morgan. I really got to hang out with like the Cosmic Lion crew and get really cool with Eli and stuff like that, and like a lot of creators. Yeah, like I love the friendships that really got enforced there because I'd interviewed so many of those people, and so we got to meet and actually hang out, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But
and
like,
draw
and draw and do stuff, but also work helped me with that trip. So it was like hard to judge if I really lost or gained anything. You know what I mean? Well, gained for sure, but like it wouldn't have been a loss. Like, at least I had my hotel room paid for, and then I just worried about food and other stuff.
That was a big one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, for a while, like the first time I went to Baltimore, my university actually like paid for my travel because it was like professional development, and I get a little budget for that. And then this last year, they deemed that like, oh no, you can only use professional development if it's directly pertaining to your contract. And my contract has nothing to do about my research, well, like as an artist. And so they're just like, nope, unless it's about teaching, we're not paying for your travel anymore. And it's like, well, damn, there goes like a huge incentive,
Have you tried to like maybe try and get a panel together or something about teaching, or because then
cool.
maybe
I honestly I have no idea even where to start on that stuff. So like, I would love to do that, but I got no idea where to start.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brandon will just hook you up, man.
Just honestly, yeah. Like,
I mean, that's a good idea. If I was like giving a talk at a con that was like about teaching, bada boom, they probably
dude, yeah, let's work that out. I'd love to figure that out for you.
I mean, if we can do that for Baltimore, I'll be there.
I'm sure we can get a panel.
Let's do it, man. Let's work together.
And the cons love the panels, man. They really do.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only time I've been shot down for a panel, and it was my fault. I got shot down because it was the last day to submit panels, but that was for New York Comic Con. That's the only time I've ever been denied a panel. I got panels into San Diego easy too, but
yeah. And they
but
do it every year now.
We have an in for San Diego. It's just like having to like travel and stay and everything because that's expensive.
That's a big one for
you need $1,000 minimum for that trip. Like if you go Thursday through Monday or whatever, it starts on Wednesday technically. So you want to get there Tuesday to Tuesday.
I want to be able to go to San Diego eventually, but yeah, it's not on my like short list.
We should plan for the next year or two because I've possibly a table there too. Still,
I could
City, the San Diego Takeover 2026.
Yeah, I'm returning after like 4 years. That was our first table. That was the first time we tabled was Apollo, was San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Hi Bobby. That's who's
Oh
messaging
yeah,
me.
Robert Snyder. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love you, Max. Max, I love you.
that's part of our friend group. We play like video games almost every day.
I love that.
Yeah. Which just means that Milo is telling them that I'm streaming right now.
Yeah.
But what the heck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like if you plan San Diego ahead of time, I can go.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I've
If it,
just
yeah, otherwise I can't do it. I just need the heads up for the travel to get there, you know.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
a lot to travel there. Not just money wise, but also like from you, Max. That's quite the distance.
Yeah, but I have obviously I have family over there, you know. So in terms of like room and board and travel, like or like you know the car ride to the venue, like I can figure that out. Plus, we've got Ray Rains is over there in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
Gabe's over there in
Oh,
San
that's
Diego.
right. I forgot he was there. I thought he was out in Texas, but I think I'm misremembering.
Well, that's the other Ray.
Yeah,
Which
it's
one
Ray.
am I confusing?
Ray.
There's
So
I know
Ray.
Ray Garza
McGregor.
is in Austin. I knew that, but I thought Ray Cabernet was also there.
Oh no,
no,
yeah,
he's in
California.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Unless he moved,
No, he
but
didn't.
I don't think so. No, I think he did move, but he's still in California.
Yeah, that would make sense. He's definitely in California, so we're just talking.
What are you guys talking about? Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to who I think you're talking to?
I think so.
Man,
Huh?
this page is kicking my ass.
I'm facing some of my fears with the Frankie story I'm working on. So,
What? Let's get into it. What are your fears, Morgan?
women, babies, and snakes. Okay, women, babies, and snakes.
Women, babies, and snakes.
Medusa. Medusa baby.
This is why Morgan's so adorable.
No, but for real, so like Frankie's fighting like a giant snake monster, and that stems from like my genuine like phobia of snakes. But
I do. I'm also
drawing
not a snake fan for sure.
yeah. But like actual like I'm insecure to draw like women and babies, but like after taking a figure drawing class and digging up and just putting in more hours drawing, I'm now like I made a story specifically to confront those fears. So yeah.
Nice.
Morgan's mom, how do you travel San Diego Comic Con for $1,000? Are you just talking about the flight? Oh, I'm not. No, I'm just meant like surviving for the week there, not including travel or staying. I just I need $1,000 to live day to day and get back because you're gonna buy stuff. You're gonna want to eat.
Yeah, you can't go to a con. I mean, this is like true of like I think almost any con, and be like a comic fan and walk away empty-handed. Like it just don't happen.
Yeah.
Well, plus like you could. San Diego Comic Con is crazy, so when you're there, you're probably not going to eat for a very long time. It just happens because
we got the movies last time. Remember they had the Kevin Smith, and it was all vegan food too. I was so hyped about that. Yeah, they had a movies pop up, and it was all it was great, dude. I was so hyped about it.
I want to go to
nice to drink. Yeah.
But then like before the con, you're getting breakfast with everybody, so you're gonna spend a bunch of money there. Unless Mark's footing the bill.
Yeah. You want to get Mark to go with you.
Yeah, and then you're gonna go get dinner with everybody, and then like you're also gonna get a ton of stuff at the con, and there's like you could definitely hunker down and just like eat Ritz crackers all weekend.
But I mean, you're also just not going to have fun then, and you're going to be like,
exactly,
it's
and
gonna hurt.
really, like living in the moment of like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Well, dude, I mean, even last time we were like, I mean, I don't drink anymore, but like we're having like beers on the showroom floor and just hanging out and having a good time and like
That was
it was cool.
crazy. No, like I don't. That was crazy.
Well, it's because the movies pop up had a bunch of IPAs, and so I was just like, I want Kevin Smith IPA. Like, that was great.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, it's such a good time. I gotta talk to the people that own the booth. We got the table at. It's kind of like switched over, and now like one of my closer friends runs that booth now, and so I got to talk to him about getting us in there. I want to send him a copy of the horror anthology because I think he's a big horror fan, and so I
Oh, nice.
think that's gonna really set him up, and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, bring this." I have a clip. He just got interviewed by someone, um, and he actually has one of the original alien heads from Alien,
Oh, that's cool
and
as hell.
they've been trying to buy it off of him for like 20 years, dude, and he won't give it up. Like he's like, it's too cool. Like he's been offered like 25 grand for this alien head, and he's just
Wow.
like, no. Like it's like you see the skull in it and everything. It's super sick. But yeah, he's a cool dude. Big mask collector, big horror collector. You'll love him, Jade, I'm sure.
That's super
It's gonna
cool.
be
I
awesome.
love that.
But we have art of let's see, Victor Medea. Evening, everyone. Just found your live stream. All the artwork looks great, dude. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging for a bit. We're actually kind of wrapping up right now too.
Oh, really?
Um,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah, we've been at it for a minute. I feel like I didn't get much done, but paneling and tiny characters are weird. But let me add more detail on that. Now that I look at it. Why don't we go
it
around the
took me a
table
long
real
time.
fast?
Yeah.
Why don't we do? Wait, let me find the right layout for this. Let's do Morgan. Why don't you just give any shows that you've been doing and what you're up to,
Yeah.
any announcements, shout outs. Yeah, you know how this.
Yeah. So I was working on this Swamp Thing piece, or here are the pencils. I think I'll probably ink it not tonight before bed, but probably later next week because I do have some like commissions I need to work on for Heroes Con.
Yeah, boy.
Like I said, I am going to Heroes Con, and my pre-show commissions are open, and I still have plenty of slots left. So if you're interested, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, Herron_art, HERRON_art. And yeah, I'm currently just drawing Frankie, or the next round of short stories for Frankie issue 6, my gothic coming of age comic about a boy monster and his mad scientist dad. So yeah.
Love that. Morgan, it's always a blast seeing you draw and your style. It's getting so refined right now, dude. I really love it.
Dude, do you want to
Really,
see like some stuff from 6, like the ink
Yeah.
for the pages
Show
I have so
us.
far?
Yeah.
So here's the portfolio book for 6. This is the cover.
Oh man.
Sorry, hold up. I'm at a weird angle here.
I hit your lamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes.
Good.
Oh man, that's great. I encourage people to check out Morgan's work because he has a way of like, we do this unique way of like, shadows and cross hatching. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of Kelly Jones lately, and I've been doing a lot of stippling. It's been a lot of fun.
Nice. That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Morgan, dude, thanks, man.
Sure.
And of course, thank you to Morgan's mom, who's just always the sweetest and hangs out with us and deals with all the boys and like all the creators and what we do. And we really, thanks for letting us hang out with Morgan. We appreciate it. Takes us back,
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, Morgan, dude, thank you, man.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
boot over to Jade over here.
Yeah,
Checking out that van.
Made some the van made some progress. Definitely spent a long time kind of on this kind of Horizon Zone area, figuring out what I wanted here, because like I want like this parking lot where this van is coming in, and then this tree line, And I tried to just draw the tree line alone, and I didn't really like it. So then I decided to add like another building. So I just kind of have it blocked in, and I'm planning to flush it out a little bit more. But I'm just trying to stage this scene just a little bit better, make it feel more like a kind of creepy abandoned shopping center, parking lot, mall kind of thing, and go from there. And then I spent a long time on the less known comics logo for this
Getting it
kind
right.
of sign.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks.
Nice, dude. I love that.
And yeah, shouting out a couple of things for this. What's going on right now? We're running a Kickstarter, Brandon, myself, and Dan Hills and Comics Wellspring for panels. The Comic Creators Guidebook, which is a great tutorial and good place to start for any comic creator out there to kind of hone their skills in comics. And so we're running the Kickstarter for, I think, 2 more weeks, I think is where we're at. And we've got a little bit more to go before we're fully funded. So please help us get there. This is perfect for, it's a great gift for, a young comic fan or old comic fan, or, I mean, heck, even yourself, to help hone your comic skills. So please consider grabbing a copy of that and help us out with that goal. And I'm sure Brandon is sharing it right now and can share the link and all that good stuff. You can see more of the kind of behind the scenes of that comic as it starts to come to fruition at my Instagram at Jade Lowder. I'm also on Blue Sky at jadelowder.bluesky, whatever the rest of it is. I think the next show I'm doing is Rose City Comic Con in September. I think that's the bigs. More stuff coming soon.
Love it. Yeah, I was sharing it while you talked about that. That was perfect. Yeah, dude, awesome. Thanks so much, Jade. It's always great. Probably text you right now anyways. So super hyped that you came on the show. You'll also be back next week. And next week we have a super packed cast. We have everybody. I don't even know who's on. We just added somebody too, so that's gonna be great. But yeah, I mean, nice. Let's bounce over to Mr. Max. Max. Dude, that's sick.
Thank you.
That's great.
Looking good.
Yeah, I just want to really finish up the lighting and the rendering in pencils, and then I'll go in with inks. It's kind of different than how I usually work. Usually I got really loose pencils and I'll just go in with the inks and do whatever I want. But I kind of want to flesh this one out and figure it out first.
Man, I love that. It's so good.
See how that process goes.
Vibes. Man, I might like kind of like mirror this in some way too, in a way. That's really rad. Love
Cool.
that. I need to start working on that this weekend. I mean, I did a whole bunch of paneling, and I just did like I'm doing roughs right now. So there's like a Jedi thing going on here, and some lightsaber movements and like stuff like that. So I got most of it. I started light boxing, but I gotta dig in more. This was actually just one of those nights. It was kind of hard to focus. I was very entertained by everyone and what they were doing, and just the conversations. It was hard to stay focused on my work and look at it. But we're gonna probably work more for the next hour or two on this before I go to bed. So pretty hyped to start up pencils and light boxing it. But check out panels. Check out our in the episode description below. We have some really cool stuff coming up with CWS. We're going to be doing a Inspired Ink episode this month. We're going to be doing it live. I think the last Monday of the month. We're going to be talking to Moose from Wham Stand. So if you don't know what Wham Stand is, or you want to see why our books look so awesome when we display them when we table, it's because of Moose Wham Stand. Get your own customizations. I wish I had everything handy to show you guys, but it's not near me. But we'll be doing that. And then we have 2 weeks left on this Kickstarter, $600 to go. All your support means so much to us. We just want to hit funding so I could sleep at night. So if you want me to keep my job and keep doing well and doing the show, why don't you just back it? Just make sure we hit goal so I could keep my job, guys. So yeah. But yeah, and other than that, Apollo City Comics will be busy. We're gonna be all over the place. I just got 4 shipments of books in. I'm really hyped to fulfill one hitters and kick out the jams from our March campaign. We're going to be probably doing a surprise campaign to help print some books. And then we'll be starting our year 3 really strong and announcing all sorts of stuff with Apollo. But you could catch me if you're in the DC area or Winchester area, I think I'm doing an event at my library next week. And then I will be doing a few events instead of Heroes. I'll be at Positive Force DC. It's a bunch of really cool old school punk activists that are doing some really cool things across the city that we're going to table and display some books and be part of. So we're hyped for that. And then in July, we'll be at the National Cannabis Festival in DC. And then we'll be visiting SPX, probably be at Baltimore. And we'll see. I'm sure I'm missing something in my head. I think it's just concerts, though, to be honest. I'm seeing a lot of cool concerts this year. But yeah, that's it. Let's wrap it there. Everyone, thank you all so much. This was a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone for tuning in. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a good night.
For sure.